Episode 2 of the second season of Rent a Girlfriend, or episode 14 in total, if I'm not mistaken, of the two seasons currently of the anime. And I don't know if this is going to be a long or short review because I do have a couple of things to say, but I don't know if they're going to take a lot of time to say them. So yeah, I think I'm going to start this review by talking about the episode in general. Maybe a little bit later on I'm going to talk about specific things if I don't forget. But what I would say about this episode in general is that what I think this episode gave us is basically learning a little bit more of two main protagonists of Kazuya and Chizuru. And it's not really one may think that this is a normal, your typical Rent a Girlfriend episode where your two main protagonists interact and talk with each other and fall in love a little bit more and things of that nature. And yeah, we do get those things in this episode, a lot of those things of your typical Rent a Girlfriend episode is things that go into them. But we also get a little bit more character development for both of our main protagonists. We get character development for Kazuya especially, and for a little bit for Chizuru. Why? Because at the end of the episode, Kazuya learns a couple of things from the grandmother of Chizuru. And what he learns is that, I think we all knew, us the watchers from the first season, that Chizuru is not really that strong girl that she appears to be, seem to be. She's actually a frail, I don't know if timid, weak in a sense, confessed by her own grandmother girl. She puts up a persona of a strong person, which of course our main protagonist Kazuya didn't know until, of course, this episode. So yeah, this is the main part or the main plot point of the episode, the main thing to take from this episode, that Kazuya learns that Chizuru isn't actually that strong of a person that he thinks she's been all this time, because this is a really strong thought that he had through all the first season, that Chizuru was this strong person that never actually really cried, that never actually really felt like giving up or stuff like that. She was actually this strong iron-willed person, which of course she is, and he learns in this episode that she is in. So yeah, I think that in itself is a huge character development for both characters, especially for Kazuya, of course. We also the episode starts with them basically talking in a restaurant about what they're going to do with the whole renting Chizuru out. And they basically come to the conclusion that I guess they will continue to keep, Kazuya will continue to keep renting her out, because he apparently has solved many of the back problems that may cause for both of them to stop seeing each other, especially with Ruka, which he apparently got permission to keep seeing Chizuru, which is a good thing and also a rare thing and a funny thing, because Kazuya basically has to get permission from her technically girlfriend. She isn't really his girlfriend, more of a forced girlfriend than anything else. But yeah, it's kind of funny that he has to basically get permission from his girlfriend to, in a way, cheat, but not really, to able to go out with her rental girlfriend Chizuru. And that is basically what is the first part, or third part of the episode. And this whole episode basically focuses on that, on Kazuya learning new things from Chizuru. In the first episode, he learned that Chizuru is actually very interested in acting. She's very into it. She puts all her heart and passion into it. And of course, at the end of the first episode, we learn also that Kazuya will do anything for her in order for her to achieve her dreams. And in this second episode, again, he learns more things from Chizuru, which is a good thing, because little by little he's learning more things from her. She is not your typical rent girlfriend anymore. At least for Kazuya, because he is already in love with her, and she is learning little by little more things from her. So yeah, little by little he's going to basically get closer to her and as he learns more from her, he will also be I don't know if unconsciously or consciously getting closer to her, because she can talk I don't know, a lot of more things with her. She can basically give his opinion in a lot of more things now that she knows a little bit more of her background, and he can point out or give a little bit of tips into what to do if she's ever in problems or she has questions or things of that nature. So yeah, many things like this, like him learning significant or insignificant, many people may think, from Chizuru may actually turn out to be really important stuff in the future. Of course, it could be also that I am exaggerating and not anything relevant to the season, into the anime, but to get a whole episode focusing on that part, well, I would actually argue in the opposite way, that it is actually important. But what else did I wanted to say? Because that wasn't the only thing that I wanted to say. He basically gets permission from Ruka. They mentioned Mami, that she isn't too happy with them to seeing each other, which I don't know why they both should care. I mean, I don't know if Kazuya is still in love with Mami. I don't think so. Maybe he does have some lingering feelings for her, but I mean, at this point of the anime, I think, or unless I'm mistaken, I think he should be over with her, but I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. So yeah, that was also a plot point that was brought up for them not able to see each other again, which I don't know how that ended, because they mentioned it briefly but got over it into the, I think it was into the him getting permission from Ruka, and yeah, I don't think that is too relevant for the moment. I hope to see more of the other girls in the next following episode, because until this moment, these first two episodes have basically been focused solely on the two main protagonists, which of course I do really like. I don't have a problem with the episode or the first two episodes of the second season starting with them too, because at the end of the day, again, they are the two main protagonists. So of course it's not anything surprising. It's not a surprise for the episode in the anime to start that way. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more of the other girls interact and have more to say in the anime, in the second season of the anime. Of course, it is just starting, so yeah, this is not worrying that they haven't have any screen time at the moment. I mean, only 2 episodes out of 12, 13, something like that. So yeah, they will definitely have a lot of screen time in the future. But yeah, Chizuru, a really sweet girl, a really mature in, but not really, like we learned in this episode. She is mature in some ways, but in other ways she is really immature, like we learned from her grandmother. She's basically putting up a persona, not like I said already at the beginning, not like we didn't knew about that stuff, we already knew. But yeah, I don't know, to many this might seem your typical Rent a Girlfriend episode, not anything that deep, but to me it was actually pretty good, and it actually did gave us a lot of things. Although I do have to admit that I do typically overanalyze and over see things in episodes where maybe a lot of people don't actually see things in it. So yeah, that could also be in my part, that I am talking a little bit about the episode and reviewing and getting little stuff about the episode, because maybe that's my nature. But yeah, I mean, those are my basic opinions. This is not a scripted review. I don't have biased opinions. I'm just basically saying and giving my thoughts on what I saw and what I think of the anime. And I gotta say, these first 2 episodes, I have been happy. I haven't been disappointed. I have liked these 2 episodes. And yeah, I did expect some of the second season to go like this, basically having them to have a little bit more of screen time, and of course developing more the relationship and stuff of that nature. So in that sense, this second season of the anime hasn't disappointed me. I don't know if that's the case for many people, because as a as an anime watcher only, I could be missing a lot of important stuff that maybe they skipped, or maybe vital stuff that wasn't adapted into the anime, which of course I will not know until of course I read the manga, which I don't know if I will do after watching the anime, because I typically only watch animes for in general. I don't typically read the manga. Only for very specific animes I have actually read the manga, so I don't know if I will miss stuff if I don't read the manga at the end of the second season. But if I do, well, maybe somebody can, I don't know, comment or tell me or give me a hint, or I don't know, without spoilers. But yeah, I mean, that is my basic review of the second episode of the second season of Rent a Girlfriend. It went a little bit longer than I thought it would, to be honest. I didn't actually think that I would take this long talking about apparently a single episode, but like I said many times already, not really. It was actually deep in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know, that is my basic thoughts, that is my basic opinions on the second episode, and I will do another episode review of the third episode, and I guess I'll see you on the next episode review.